Hi, everyone. This is Dan Richards, Senior Consultant with mbaMission, and I'm here today to talk about the Kellogg Schools MBA essays for the 2018-2019 season. Like previous years, Kellogg is asking two original essay questions. I've listed them here on the screen in front of you, and we'll go through them one by one. The first question is, Kellogg's purpose is to educate, equip, and inspire brave leaders who create lasting value. Tell us about a time when you have demonstrated leadership and created lasting value. What challenges did you face and what did you learn? And the second question is, pursuing an MBA is a catalyst for professional and personal growth. How have you grown in the past? How do you intend to grow at Kellogg? So let's go ahead and dive into that first question. Now, what I've done here is I've put in italics some of the main points of this question. So tell us about a time you have demonstrated leadership. What are the challenges that you faced and what did you learn? And the first thing to look at is the Kellogg has put a requirement of about 450 words on this essay, which in the world of MBA applications is sort of a medium-sized essay. We have 250-word essays and sometimes we have 750-word essays, and this kind of falls in the middle. So there is room for details, and those are going to be expected, but this is not the place to spell out sort of a full personal or professional history. This essay, like all MBA essays, are not to be seen as a writing contest or a competition, but rather a chance to expose your personal values through your authentic voice. I want to think about examples, professional and personal examples are fair game for this essay, and really make sure you hit on all 3 points of the question. So again, those points are a time you have demonstrated leadership, so we need to make sure we focus on a specific time, the challenges that you faced, and what did you learn. So in your final essay, you need to be able to point to where in the essay did I address each of these 3 points. So I'd like to go through a couple of pointers on how to attack this essay. The first is to make the story specific. So again, a time you have demonstrated leadership refers to a specific anecdote or incident. You want to identify the leadership qualities you asserted, so whether they be sort of people management, project management, or sort of an intangible. Talk about what are the actual leadership qualities that this incident requires you to use. If you can't think of any challenges to address the challenges that you face, then frankly, you're picking the wrong story, because a good leadership story involves kind of overcoming obstacles and using your skills to break through barriers. And don't disregard this last piece about what did you learn. The learnings you take away are just as important as the challenges. When you're doing sort of a final review of your essay for this Kellogg Essay 1, there's sort of 2 things I encourage you to look at. The first is this story unique to me? So if I, Dan Richards, was writing this essay, when I'm done, I want to look at it and say, did I tell a story that is uniquely Dan, meaning that nobody else could have written this same story and have it be true because it is so specific to me and my situation? And of course, read it out loud and make sure, lastly, that you did answer all 3 parts of the questions that I highlighted. All right, let's move on to Essay 2. Again, that question is, pursuing an MBA is a catalyst for professional and personal growth. How have you grown in the past, and how do you intend to grow at Kellogg? And again, we have 450 words. So this is another medium-sized essay, but in this case, I feel we really have a lot of ground to cover. Again, professional and personal examples are fair game. And if in the prior question, we sort of had 3 different questions to answer, here, I believe we actually have 4 different questions to answer, which is a pretty steep challenge for a medium-sized essay. So what do I mean by 4 different questions to answer? Well, the best answers to this essay in the years that they've offered us break down the question, what I call sort of like a 2x2 grid. So you have your personal and your professional axes, and you have your past and your sort of future or your at Kellogg growth. So there are actually 4 different boxes you need to fill out in this essay. Personal in the past, personal at Kellogg, professional growth in the past, professional growth at Kellogg. And in order to have a good essay, you need to really have checked the box across all 4 quadrants by the time you're finished. So when, again, evaluating kind of the final part of the final read of this essay, I want you to look at two things. The first is, did I hit on all four parts of the question? Did I explain where I've shown personal and professional growth in the past and how I intend to grow personally and professionally at Kellogg? And also, did I tell a thematic story or just four disparate ones? And by that, I mean, is your story sort of cohesive around growth in different instances under sort of the umbrella of a unifying theme? Or did you really just kind of throw four anecdotes at me and not tell me why these all relate together? And unfortunately, while that does check all the boxes, I don't think it leads to an interesting read, something that's memorable for the admissions committee. So those are our hints for the Kellogg essays. You can read more about the Northwestern Kellogg MBA program through our insider's guides at mbaMission.com, as well as learn about other essay analyses for top business schools. And of course, we would love to speak with you. You can sign up for a free 30-minute consultation with myself, Dan Richards, or one of our other full-time consultants at mbaMission.com. Thank you and good luck.